Well, joining us now, Kاملیا انتخابی is the editor-in-chief of the Independent Persian. She's joining us from New York. Welcome to the program, Kامlیا. Happy New Year to you. Very spectacular scenes in Iran today, in cities across the country. Just give us a sense of what is happening, because we have been here before, haven't we? Do you think the protesters have a real chance of overthrowing the regime this time?
Thank you very much, dearest Laura, for hosting. Happy New Year to you also and to the viewers. It's very hard to say if at this time they can really overthrow the regime. There are lots of up and down that has been seen in the past few years during the different demonstration in Iran, and mainly because of the militia, because of the army's capability to crack down the protesters. This is always happened, that any demonstration at the street, at the bottom facing a very harsh crackdown by the regime, and then so of course Iranian empty-handed, they were going back to home. But the differences between this time and the previous time is one thing, and that was the Israeli attack back to last summer, and right after that, American backup for bombing the nuclear facilities. Knowing that there is a possibility of the foreign intervention, by the regime, and they are not sure if President Trump wants to take some action against of their missiles capabilities or any other things, that is preventing still the system to harshly cracking down the demonstrators, which is very good. And then, as you just aired, the spokesperson of Pezeshkیان said they are looking after to have a dialogue with the demonstrator representatives. There is no representative. Everything is naturally has been summoned, and people were chanting King Reza Pehlevi. And they are asking him as their leader, as a person who they like to be ruled, the monarchy system restored in Iran. Are they willing to have negotiations with the King Reza Pehlevi, or exiled king in the U.S.? That is another option, which is very optimistic to be said that. But so far this time, from the economical situation, now is overthrown slogans all around Iran, and they are just asking for Reza Pehlevi, so that it makes very much difference the current situation than the previous one.
Right, and also I've also heard that there is a significance to the fact that the market traders, the average market trader in the bazaar of Tehran and other cities, these are men and women who traditionally supported the revolution, they supported the regime, and their participation in the protest this time around is also something new. Is that right?
It is, and even I addressed this to one of the editorial article I have written yesterday. Majorly, more than to say they are typically supporting the regime, I would like to call them, they are very conservative and very religious. One of the reasons the revolution happened back to 1979 was the grand support of Bazar behind of Ayatollah Khomeini financially, and also demonstrations-wise, which they shutting down the bazaar, and that demonstration spread in different parts of the country. Today, when we are seeing bazaar, this traditional religious place has been not only at the street and having closure their financial institution, also they are chanting for the return of Pehlevi's monarchy, that it makes so much difference to us, which means Iran had this transformation from being a very close, traditional, religious Shia society back to 40, 70, 50 years ago to a very modern and open-minded system. And I like to see at this fair more than to say they're very much supporting the regime. I can see this society changes, which is very important.
Fascinating. Kامlیا, thank you so much. Kامlیا انتخابی there.
Thank you.